TxDover's exact location, so you'll need to do a little intel gathering first. Take a look around Vialo Village. It's up to you whether to slip by enemies or take them down. Just remember that any situation can change fast. Familiarize yourself with your weapons and items while you can. You need to be able to switch between them quickly to meet any threat. A dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward. Got him. Anyone else?
Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah.
You've reached one day. Miller is being held somewhere in that town, but we don't know exactly where he is. You can keep gathering intel, or make an entry into the town now. That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
that scared the crap out of me. Oops.
God. No more use for me, huh? Cause it's me. I'm here to get you out. Snake. They do something to your eyes? No, it's just bright as all.
Took you so long.
We'll talk, but not
He
here.
was in a coma. Oh crap, it's gonna be like, oh crap.
You secured the target.
I'll
send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
Where's the horse at? Oh crap. Oh, come on now. Run, little pony. Run. Come on.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
You ain't arriving anywhere.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Ahab, do you read me? This is B-Quad. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land.
A gas?
Pulling back.
I don't know about all that.
Yes.
Oh, crap. Oh, they froze. Oh, hell no. It's a whole bunch of
Boss,
nope.
watch out. It's the skulls. Don't let them find us.
Boss, whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting.
Oh, hell no. Ooh, I gotta get one of them.
Run, boss!
I'm trying. Oh, come on now. Knock it off. Ooh, no. Yeah, I don't think they're on my side.
Shortly at LZ.
No, come on, jump.
This is Pequot. Have
Can I
arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Ooh. Oh! Man, that dude's ass would have done fell off that horse.
The mist is cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
Oh, it's gonna be a trick. Don't even start.
Ah, that's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Our men, survivors from 9 years ago, were wiped out in minutes. I don't know what they want, but it's them. No mistake.
All right. Put Miller in.
Come on, Miller. Let's take you out and get you a shower, boy. Do I get out?
Getting out.
Alright, that kind of sucked. I got a D. For dummy. Extracted. Okay. What the hell was that anyhow?
We're headed for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh? 9 years ago.
That boy ain't never been in a chopper. You ain't gonna be able to talk like that.
Making our own future. And they took it away. I'm gonna rebuild it. Make a new place.
Oh snap!
Together.
Hey boy, you left your
That we can call home.
foot.
Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight. Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it.
Did you make lasagna?
See this? Diamond Dogs. Our new home. A phantom ourselves. Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either. Yeah. I remember it all.
Uh-oh. That's gonna be a big gas bill. The dude don't have like a washcloth to wipe the shit off his face? Uh-oh. Oh, that dude needs some head and shoulders. Talk about a dry scalp.
By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Okay. Holy cow.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military
Come
hospital.
on, man. What kind of...
But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like death, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different.
support.
You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they
The hell's
finished
up?
sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
Okay, bastard worm.
Continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It's gonna be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for a good physiotherapy.
L2.
Take the time to get used to that new arm.
Okay, what the
While
hell?
the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won him the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
The Second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes. Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Islamic extremists?
Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years. We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed. The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces?
Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins.
Naked. They're all the same. Oh.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
How do I get out?
Be careful down there, boss.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chicken hat. What the hell is chicken hat?
Yeah.
Say, boss, you see many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
Nah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I want to use that one. C4. Wait. $40,000.